Hey guys, today I just want to give you a quick chit chat about wills and death. And um, overall, um, I don't know how else to describe it, but I've been kind of upset in the last couple of, I don't know, 10 years. I've really grown up and I've really realized the behaviors of most people in North America, at least, uh, when it comes to wills and death and all that stuff. Okay. Um, First of all, I do advise getting a will, even if you don't got all kinds of things or family or, excuse me, in the sense of like kids or anything like that. But I don't have a lot. Okay, I'm on a very limited budget, and I still made a will. I still have people I care about, so I made my will very simple. Um, uh, and the reason I made mine simple, at least in my opinion, was because I'm sick of, like, when I had two people very close to me pass away. And once I was old enough and able to understand, I don't get why when people pass away, most of the time most of the time we mourn, we do what we, human behavior. And then afterwards, we sit there and we start like complaining about, well, mom wanted me to have the house, or oh, well, why should you have the house? You were barely around there, or like, oh, why am I only getting this percentage of the will, or why am I only, you know what? No, our loved ones would not want us fighting over our belongings. So, for example, what I did with mine was, right now I don't own any property. I don't, and I'll update it. But if I ever owned a property or whatever, I sit there and I say, okay, any property, any DVDs, any Blu-rays, any computers, any printers, any crap, I don't want people going, okay, well, you take the printer and I'll take this and I'll do this. You know what? No. Take all my stuff that you can sell. If I own a property, you take the property, you sell it. If I own a trailer, you take the trailer, you sell it, whatever. And you split the money this way. If there's, for example, 4 people in your family, you sit there, you say, here's 100% of everything we sold. The house, the cottage, and let's say it's a brother and sister kind of dynamic. So one brother gets 25% of stuff. Then the other brother gets the other 25. Then the other brother, and that way everybody gets the equal amount of everything. None of this, well, you get the cottage because we spend most of our time at the cottage, and none of that. You take the stuff, you turn around, you sell it all, then you split the money, and you do whatever you want to do with your end of the money. If, let's say, you get $50,000 at the end of everything, or $20,000, you take your $20,000 and you buy whatever you want with your half of the money. None of this dividing stuff up and you get this and you get this and you get that. You take everything, you divide. Because, look, our loved ones, I'm sure, do not want to be looking down, going, no, you don't be fighting over this, man. Okay? So that's my advice when it comes to wills. Take everything that you own. I don't care if it's a fan, and you sell it. Okay? And then you split the money the way I say to split the money. Like if I was the one, right? Yeah. But if Thank you, audience. But if like, for instance, if you're the one writing the will, then make it even like that. Don't give little Jimmy 40% and the other brother 60%. Or you gotta have, as the writer of the will, you gotta have the common sense to say, I love these people equally. We all have our different experiences, and I want them to sell it equally. If there's two of them, 50-50. If there's three of them, whatever the division would be with that. You know what I mean? So that's because our loved ones do not want to be looking down and seeing families get more split up after a funeral. Okay, they just don't. I can't. At least most people wouldn't, So think about it that way. Make it easy, make it simple. Let them sell everything you own, then you split the money accordingly. I don't know what to tell you when it comes to, let's say, I paid for the coffin, and I paid for this, I paid for that. So maybe the way around that would be take everything first, then you sell it all. Then you take whatever's left. You take whatever you got from that, from all the sales of everything. Let's say you got $300,000 after you sold your house. You sold everything, whatever. Then you research how much the funeral is going to cost. And don't get greedy with the funeral. Grandpa doesn't need a golden casket. But you take the $300,000, you pay for the funeral, then you take the rest of that money and you divide it evenly. That's what I would say actually to do with that. Later.